Okay, so previously we already scraped the data from the website and then we already process it and we save it into CSV files. And right now we're going to explore the data. Let's just start. The first thing we have to do is importing the modules. Right now, we only need pandas as PD and then execute. And we're going to read the CSV files that we have. We will name the data frame as TF equals to pd.read CSV and put the name inside the bracket, which is unicorn data fix, or just copy paste like this. And then let's just check the data. We got it. So this is the table that has company name column, valuation, date join, country, city, industry, investor, continent, and year. Year taken from date join. Okay, so here's how the data looks. And let's just start exploring the data. So number one question is to display unicorn data from Asia with artificial intelligence industry, then sort it by their valuation. So we actually have two filters here. The first is we have to filter the data based on continent, and the second is based on the industry, and then we have to sort it. I will write the coding here step by step so you guys can understand better. I mean, if you want to just write it directly into one line, it's fine, but I will use this way. The first thing is I'm going to write the filter and put this two conditions. Alright, so the first condition is continent equals to Asia. And don't forget to put "and" here because it needs both condition to be true. So the difference between "and" "or" is when we use "or," another condition can be false and it still can be true. Okay, industry, artificial intelligence. Okay. And then Q1 refers to question 1. Filter 1. And then let's just show it. Short values by valuation. Like this, and ascending false. By writing ascending false, it means that we're going to sort it from the higher value. Okay, execute. We got it. Okay, so we got the data from Asia. Everything is from Asia, right? And then they come from artificial intelligence industry. So this is how you do it. Okay, and then if you want to show just like the top 5 data, you can use this. Just put head. Okay, and if you want to show top 10 data, put number 10 inside the bracket. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. And if you want to show the bottom data, we can use the tail. Bottom 5, and if you want to show the bottom 10, it's like this. Okay. Alright, we're done for number 1. Number two, we have to display unicorn data with investor containing capital word and from fintech industry. That means we cannot use the equal signs like this. We have to use contains from string. Okay, so let's just do just like what we did. Filter for number two. First thing first, we filter the data that contains capital word in investor column. Okay, so how to do that? Select investors dot str dot contains. Okay, and then inside the bracket we put the word that is used as a hint. That's capital, right? And oh, they have to condition. Sorry. Just put the first condition inside the bracket and write n and then from fintech industry. Industry equals to fintech. Okay. And equals to GF filter 2. Let's just show it, show the data. Okay, so we have 3 data. They are contained with capital words and from industry fintech. However, we have to remember that Python is case sensitive, so it will return a different result if we change the capitalization here. Let's just check, okay? See, it's different. It will return 150 rows with capital here, capital C, and with lowercase c, it will only return through 3 data. Okay, then how to do this? The thing is, we need another modules that called regex or regular expression. So we will just import here first. Import regex as re. Okay, so what's the function of regex module here is it's to help us to compare the data without really care about the capitalization. So this is how it works. We just put the code here, but I don't really remember. Okay, let's just see from here. Number 2. Just copy this. Flex re.I and false. Okay, and let's just check. Oh, we need to execute this first. So don't forget, after adding the code in the line in Jupyter Notebook, we have to always run it first to make it usable. Okay, run, and we got it. We have 151 rows here because this data will be included, this data will also be included, and let's just try with random capitalization, for example like this. Okay, and the result is the same, it's 151. Number 3, we have to display 5 countries with highest number of unicorn. So for this case, we need the next level thing to do, which is group by. And how do we do this? The first thing we need to do is to group the data based on the country, and then we need to sum up the company number. And then we need to sort it by the number of unicorn from each company. Okay, so the first thing we have to do is to group it. Group data equals to df, which is the data frame that we have, dot group by. Inside the bracket we put the column that we want to group. It's country. And then let's see how it will look. It looks like this. Okay, correct. Because we want to know the number of unicorn from each country which is not in the table, we have to count it first. Okay? It will look like this. Sorry. Yeah, it looks like this. So basically in all the columns it's just the number of company per country. It's all the same, right? So we only need the company column. Let's just write it into filter. And then filter number 3. Grouped data. Company. Short values. Ascending false. Okay, so as we can see here, it's everything they have. It's all the country here with their number of company, but we only need 5. So how we do that? As I said previously, we can just use head like this, or if you want to put 5, it's up to you. It's just the same. Okay. And what about if we want to show the 5 countries, or let's say 10 countries with lowest number of unicorn? We will use the function tail. For example, 10 countries. Like this, okay? So head is to show the top data and tail is to show the bottom data. Okay. Number 4, display the industry that has most company number from each continent. This is a bit next level because we don't have the company number from each continent or from each country or from each city. We need to group that first, and then we need to count that, and then after that we need to filter it. We need to show the highest number from each continent. Okay, so the first thing to do, as usual, group data equals to the f, group by, inside the bracket. And for your information, we can use group by for more than one column. Here we will use 2 columns, continent, and then what else? It's industry. Industry, then count. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, my bad. We don't always need to be perfect, right? Okay, so here is the group data based on the continent, and then it's the industry that the continent has. Okay, and this number, this all numbers here, is just the number of company from each industry from each continent. Okay, so everything is just the same, so let's just use the company just like number 3. Okay, and then filter number 4. It's data.log. What we are doing right now is to find to show the maximum number from each industry and continent. So this is how we do it. Sorry, square bracket, group data, group by, again, continent. Oh, sorry. And what to write here is the indicator that we want to use, which is company. We will put IDX max. Again, IDX max is used to find the maximum number from each category. Okay, so let's just show the result. Okay, we already got it, but the display is not really efficient to look, so let's just put it company. Okay, tada, we have it. So here's the result. As we can see from Africa, the biggest number of company comes from fintech industry, which is 4, and Asia has e-commerce and direct to consumer, and then Europe has fintech, and North America, Oceania, they have internet software and service, and then South America, they also have fintech. Number 5, we have to display the company name and country with highest valuation in 2019. So what is the filter? The first filter is the year from the date joined, which we already have in the table right here. So let's just write the filter first, as usual. GF year equal to 2019. Okay, and then after filtering the database on the year, we need to sort it with valuation. Okay, so sorted 5 equals to TF filter 5 sort values by valuation, USD billion, and then ascending false. We use false here because we need to show the data with the highest valuation. So we need to sort it based on the highest valuation first, and then the value will keep decreasing. Okay, and then let's just see what we got right now. 5. Okay, so here's the overall data that already been sorted based on valuation, and then it's all the data from 2019. We have 100 rows, but the question is, we just need to show one, which is the checkout.com, the company with highest valuation, and we have to show the company name and country name only. So how to do that? We will use this. We will write the column that we want to show, company first, and then country. Okay, like this, and we want to show the top 1 data. Just use head like this. Okay, so here's the result. We only show the company name and the country name. Number 6, we have to display company with highest valuation from each country. Okay, so the valuation here, we already have the data inside the table, so we don't really need to group it first. Let me just write the code for you. Filter 6 equals to gf dot log, and inside the log we will group it. gf group by country, and then we use the column that we want to find the highest number, which is valuation. You got it right. like this, and we will put IDX max. Okay, this is the result. Okay, from highest company with highest valuation from each country. Okay, from Argentina we have Voila, from Australia we have Canva, from Austria we have Bitpanda, from Belgium we have Colibra, and etc. Okay, as you can see, the country is unique here because it has been grouped by. Number 7, display the first companies that join from each continent. So actually the question is quite similar with the previous question. What we're going to do is to group the data based on the continent, and then we will use the date join as a parameter to find which company joined first. We cannot use year because in year they don't have date and month data. Okay, how to do that? It's just similar with the previous number, tf.log, and then inside it we put the group by continent, and then we're going to use the column date joined, and we want to show the first company that joined. That means we need to sort it based on the date join ascending. Okay, so we need to find the earliest data, the earliest date. So we don't use IDX max, we use IDX min because we want to show the minimum. Oh wait, I think we have to check the data type first. It makes sense, it's still object, we need to convert it first. Okay, df date joint equals to panda to date time df date joint. Does it work? Okay, let's just check it again. Yeah, it's already that time. Then we will execute it again. Ta-da! So here's the first companies that join from each continent. From Africa we have From Master Holdings, from Asia we have Trendy Group International, from Europe, and etc. Okay, so this is how you do it. Don't forget to always check the date types. Actually, previously we already changed the date type before converting to CSV, but I don't know why when I pass the data here from CSV, it's changed again. Move on to number 8. Display the last 5 countries from Europe continent that join in unicorn data. Okay, so the first thing is filter it first. GF continent equals to Europe. After that, sort it. GF filter it. Sure values, and then by date joined, sending false, sure that it equals to, okay, and then we want to only show the 5 country, so just use hat. Okay, so here's the result. Here are the last 5 countries from Europe that joined the unicorn data. We have Greece, United Kingdom, France, and then United Kingdom again. And these are the companies. And we can always, if we want to show the country only, we can write this. Done. Finally, the last question from this data exploration, but also the most tricky question. Display investors and how many unicorns they have funded. As we can see here that we don't have the column for investor for just one investor, because in each column it can show more than one investor. So we cannot just use the select investor column. We need to process the data first. How to do that? The first thing that we need to do is to separate the investor data from each column. For example, here we have two investors, we have to separate them and then put it into one list. This is quite tricky. And alright, let's just start, shall we? First thing first, I will make an empty list. And we will keep adding the list with the investor name. And then we will use the iteration here for I and A and TF after rows. So I will explain to you briefly. I is for the index number and then A is for the data inside, okay? So we will only use the index here, and then we will create variable row equals to TF, select investors with S, and then from index I, split. We can see the separator used here is a comma, right? Then just put it. So basically what this code does is to split the investor data using the separator comma, okay? This, and then after that, and row equal to len row. I will write the code first and then explain to you guys, okay? For index in range row, row index strip lower, and then list investor append them. All right. So what we are doing right now is for each row, right? For each row is this, using the index I. For example, we are using this. For each row, for example, in row 605, we will split it into and data, which is two here, IFC and Ajinomoto. And then inside the iteration per row, we will iterate based on the n number of investor. So as we know, we already have two here. So the first iteration is per row, row 605, and then it will count the number of the investor inside the column, which is 1, 2. And then after that, we will take the data based on this index, okay? So temporary equals to row index 0 IFC, and then we put this function strip. It's for getting rid of the unnecessary character, and then we put lower here because we know that Python is case sensitive. So when we found capitalization inconsistency in the investor column, it will be dangerous again. Okay, for example, we find Ajinomoto with capital A and another Ajinomoto is with lower A, it will be put as two values into the list. Okay, that's why I'm using this. And then after that, I will fill the list investor with the data inside the temporary variable here. Okay, so you got it? It will be iterating per row, and before moving to the next row, it will iterate with the investor name inside. Okay, so let's just see what do we got here. Investor. Oh wait, it was, oh, I got wrong. Okay. So here's the list of the investor, and please keep this in mind that this list is not unique because there's probability that one investor can fund more than one company. Okay. After that, I'm going to make the unique investor list. Oh, sorry, investor. So basically the code is just similar to previous code that we've made. So let's just copy paste. What makes it different is in this code, I will check it first whether the investor name is already on the list or not. If yes, it won't be put into the list, and if not yet, it will be put into the list. If then not in, we use not in function to check not in a unique investor. Am I right? Okay. We change it. Unique investor. Okay. So now we have two lists. The first list is just for the list of the investor that's not unique, and the second list is for the unique investor name. Let's just check. Investor. It's different. That means our assumption is right that one investor can fund more than one company. Okay, so what are we going to the next? After getting to list, I will put everything into a dictionary that will show the name of the company and how many companies that they have funded. So basically what it does is just to count how many investor name appeared in the list, in the first list I mean. Okay, I already make the code here. Let's just copy it. Okay, so for every index in unique investor, it will put the investor name and how many times they are appeared in the list investor. Okay, because if we use unique here, the result is just all one because it's unique. But But if we put list investor here, the result is more than one. And then this is me creating the new investor data frame. Let's just execute. Everything is right. Okay. Faster data frame. We can see it already. Don't forget to check the null in the investor data frame. Now, some. All right. Okay. Let's just check the empty string because I'm curious, is there any empty string in the data? Master TF master TF master name equals to this. See, we still have one data with empty string here. Oh, it's labels. I'm sorry. Okay, let's check it again. Okay, so the data is clean. And then here they are. If we want to show the data based on the number of company they funded, we can explore it again. GF short values by number of company. I forgot to buy. And then sending false. Ta-da! Okay, here's the data. And for example, we want to show which investor only found one company. We can use this. Yeah, we have it. Okay, so we can see here that 912 investor company, I mean, only found one company. Okay, and we're done exploring the data now. So if you have any question or if you have any better code or logic to be shared, please share it in the column comments. Thank you so much for watching.